All right. Welcome, everybody. Raul Luna here. Welcome to Luna Fires episode 34. Welcome. Hey, I got three Luna Fires for you today. So, Instagram, welcome for being here. Facebook, welcome. YouTube, awesome to have you here as well. And for the ones that are new to the channel that don't know what a Luna Fire is daily experiences, epiphanies, master ninja tips that I get to go through in life, and I bring them on so that I can share them with you so that you can continue learning and continue to improve your life. All right. So, anyways, welcome everybody. Welcome. And I'm going to go ahead and start with the very first one. Okay. So, Luna Fire number one is knowing your seat. And let me explain what is it that I mean by knowing your seat. Knowing your seat means knowing what seat you're going to occupy on the bus or in the journey of success. And by knowing your seat, you got to know your strengths and you got to know your weaknesses. We're basically on interview mode right now. We're interviewing people left and right for different positions in the company. And one of the questions that I ask is, what are the top 5 things that you know how to do extremely well? And I want you to think about it for a moment. What are the things that truly you know how to do extremely well? And, people usually tell me, the typical that you've heard, like, oh, I'm a multitasker and, I'm able to pay attention to detail. And it's the typical normal thing that everybody says, which, I almost feel like everybody copies everybody, and it's interesting, right? Well, but it's important to know your strengths, but it's also equally important to know your weaknesses. Because one of the questions that I ask as well is, what are the top 5 things that you know maybe how to do or maybe not, that you don't, you're not an expert in, or you don't like doing, or that it's a weakness of yours. And why is this important, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, let me tell you why. Because if you're going to build teams, if you're going to want to have great collaboration, isn't it important for you to know what strengths you have and what weaknesses you have, so that when you pick up your partner, when you pick up, or want to build teams, which strengths should go with what weaknesses? I think it's important. Do you agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. But I'll tell you this much. I can tell you my strengths and my weaknesses. Some of my strengths is, from communication, sales, negotiation, from, vision oriented, being able to speak and not caring for what other people say. And then my weaknesses, I don't know how to type fast. My, writing, it's kind of messy. Basically, my grammar in English and Spanish kind of sucks, and things like that, I don't thrill in organizing, although can I do it? Yes. So knowing that, guess what? I know that if I'm going to basically get together with someone, it has to be someone that it's, a personality of perfection, someone that knows how to type well, that knows how to write, that, has a great grammar and punctuation and things like that. So knowing your seat on the bus, it's crucial, because when you know your seat, you can now learn how to seat others in their strengths so that they can thrive. Anyways, that was Luna Fire number 1. Luna Fire number 2, freedom. Okay. And you notice that on the headline, I actually put something about freedom, and this is where it actually plays in. Freedom comes from knowing and doing. Listen to this. If you truly want to be free, you got to know and you got to do. Okay. Listen, it's not just about the knowing, it's also about the doing. So you got to know and you got to do. And that's where freedom truly comes in. Confidence, freedom, joy, knowledge, action, knowledge, doing, knowing, doing. And it's super important. Many people, they just want to know, but they don't want to do, or many other people do without knowing. So it's important that real freedom comes from knowledge, but from knowledge that you're willing to take into action. You agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. Make sure that you're sharing these videos, ladies and gentlemen, with other people that you know that they can actually learn from and take total advantage of, okay? And then Luna Fire number 3, happiness is a decision, not an achievement, okay? Happiness is a decision, not a destination. Decision is basically cutting something and letting go the old so that you can grab the new, okay? A decision. Decide to be happy, decide to be, joyful, decide to have that level of happiness, because it doesn't matter what you do, there's always going to be ups and downs. There's always going to be deceptions. There's always going to be, obviously, turmoil. But when you decide to be happy and you don't need nothing else and nobody else, uh, all I can tell you is a decision. It is not a destination. So decide to be happy, decide to enjoy, decide to just be feeling grateful inside of you. And the rest, I'll tell you this much, the rest, you don't have to worry about it if you're willing to pay the price. But whether you achieve or you don't achieve, you gotta make the decision to be happy. All right? Do you agree or disagree? Leave me a message down below. Don't forget to share this content and information with others. Make sure that you subscribe and turn on the notification button. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to be a part of a great organization, just send me an email, careers@raulduna.com, and send me a video, 60-second video, okay, of the 3 reasons why we should partner up. Anyways, hopefully I get to obviously see you, and just want to give you a virtual hug. And from wherever you are, just be on clear mode that you're one real estate deal away from changing your financial landscape. We'll get to you next time. Thank you very much for being here with me today. Have a great one.